Watch for a green one. Go, we're racing, and this could be anything. Into the race lead, Brett Barron, but he can't maintain it on the outside. Jai O'Brien might have enough pace out there. Chris Pagel trying to muscle his way through on the inside as they're 3 wide down the main straightaway for the first time. Brett Barron holds them at bay, but Jai O'Brien will stay high on the racetrack and try to get the drive around the western corner. Chris Pagel would be there. Right behind him, the next one will be that of Bryce Bayfield, just to the better of the other Bayfield car, Mitch Bayfield, but he's got some problems because he's got himself caught wide on the racetrack, and that allows Sarah France up underneath. We got a yellow light to the wide line. Brett Barron, Jai O'Brien right on his hammer. Back then to Chris Pagel, who has a bit of a look up the inside, doesn't do any good. As it does, as he gets to the end of the back straightaway, moves up the inside of Jai O'Brien. Next one through there will be Bryce Bayfield. Sarah Franz coming through. Mitch Bayfield has got a car up a little high and can't get it back online. Brody Hollyman would be the next one as Darren Lester tries to make his way through the field as well. But Brett Barron is the race leader. Under the tower he goes. Chris Pagel back there in 2. Back in 3 is Jai O'Brien. Behind him is Bryce Bayfield, Sarah Franz. Darren Lester making his way up to about position number 6. Brody Hollyman would be the next one, also trying to go around the outside. Is Jaden Snell. Dan Cook tucked in there as car 24. Mitch Bayfield, I think, might be having some front-end problems with the car as Hayden Turner gets by as well at the front of the field. Brett Barron, Chris Pagel. Back behind them is Bryce Bayfield. Behind them is Sarah Franz. That's the way they go out of turn 4 and down the main straightaway, with Brett Barron holding them at bay. Chris Pagel in position number 2. Bryce Bayfield, Sarah Franz, and Darren Lester arriving on the scene now. Jai O'Brien, the one dropping backwards through the field a little bit as Chris Pagel's gone offline and allowed Bryce Bayfield up into position number 2. There's no drive up near the fence. For the restart go, we're racing, and Brett Barron knows he's got to keep it down on the grass. Right behind him, Bryce Bayfield also knows that Chris Pagel is very close. Pagel gives him a little nudge, said, I'm here. Back then we go to Sarah Franz, who's locked in a battle there with Darren Lester. Trying to get through on the inside is Brody Hollyman, but Jai O'Brien decides I'll go back on the inside of this racetrack as they head down the back straight. Dan Cook, Hayden Turner and Jaden Snell. Brett Barron opens up a little bit of a lead this time. Underneath the control tower he goes. Brett Barron. Bryce Bayfield in 2. Chris Pagel trying desperately to get up on him. Down the main straightaway. Under the tower, should be 3 to go after this. Brett Barron to the better of Bryce Bayfield, Chris Pagel, Sarah Franz. No change in the order as they go round the western corner. Brett Barron down the main straight. Here comes Chris Pagel to have a look on the outside. No, decides against it as Sarah Franz pokes the nose of the car up the inside but can't do anything about it. The white flag should be waiting this time around for Brett Barron down the main straightaway. White flag time. Brett Barron to the better of Bryce Bayfield. Chris Pagel's gone wide and allows Sarah Franz and Brody Hollyman to get through. He'll have to try and fight back high on the track. It won't work. Down the main straightaway. Brett Barron, Bryce Bayfield, Sarah Franz. Out the production sedan feature, we've still got the late models. for their feature event, and they'll roll out onto the racetrack right now.